Okay, Weibang svp46 Pro. This is my experience with a lawnmower. Yours might be different to mine. Um, Generally speaking, mainly I'm using this for small to medium gardens. Right. Some of them do have a bit of access issues, and this barely fits. So if I'd have gone for the bigger one, I'd have been in a bit of trouble. So this is the size I went for. It was £500 delivered. I got the offer where you get an extra blade. I took the option to take the high lift blade, which is fitted onto the lawnmower now, and that's the standard blade on the floor. You also get the mulch plug and the side discharge chute, which I have cut a great big chunk off because it was pretty useless as it was. That's how much we took off it. So yeah, we did take a big chunk off this, but it's made a world of difference. So I don't regret it one bit. So as I said, you get 2 blades with it. You get engine oil, a litre, the side discharge, and the mulching plug, and the lawnmower. Let me go through some good points I love about this lawnmower. The gearbox, 7-speed gearbox, is really good. I'm not going to lie, I wasn't quite sure about it to begin with, but now I've used it, I'd be lost without it. Do you need 7 speeds? I don't think you do. I can't get past 3, to be honest. I've put it in 4 once, maybe twice, and it just wears you out. So it tends to live in 2 and 3. You can also upshift the lawnmower while it's running, while you're cutting the grass. If you think you're getting a bit slow, you can just knock it up a gear, smooth as anything. You don't even notice it. It just changes, and it just takes off. Really good. Love that. The drive is very strong. The wheels are good. The deck's good. The deck is solid. The engine is, well, the engine, it's okay. It has a funny choking system on this, which is linked up to the exhaust. So no matter whether it's hot, it always restarts on choke. So you always get that puff of smoke. I mean, it's not a major issue, but it's just kind of know, one of them things where you just don't expect it to be smoking when you restart it. For a pro mower, I can't understand why they're not putting a bigger fuel tank on it, because there's room there. It could do with a bigger fuel tank. Build wise, it is fairly decent. Fairly decent. There's a few things that are sort of annoying about it. I'm not really a big fan of the grass bag. I think it's crap. I'll show you why. The bases on these are just very weak. It's just a thick piece of, well, it's not even thick, it's, say it's already dented. There's already a rip in the bag. But you're just constantly fighting cleaning it all the time. And because it's got the dust sheet on it, you can't clean the top, you can't clean the back without stripping it all off the frame. I mean, I put it in the washing machine once to clean it. Next day, it's just ditched again. This thing needs a plastic box. It really does. I kind of know what to say now. So yeah, not a big fan of the grass box. Does it pick up in the wet? Yes, it does. It also collects it under the deck as well. So if it's a very wet garden, you're going to be scraping the deck out on it. There's no two ways about it. You will. In the dry, man, it picks up unbelievable. The bag is literally bulging, so it is really good. But the big selling point for this is they do say it's a good lawnmower to use in the wet, right? And it probably is. To be fair, it's not bad. But I wouldn't say it's the best. With the weight on it and with it being really heavy on the back end, there's a lot of weight on that back. The back wheels are just always sinking. As I say, because the wheels are they're almost very sharp. They're very flat. If that makes any sense. But they're very sharp, so they're sinking. They're sharp. You turn the lawnmower, it's just ripping the grass off. So that's the thing I hate about it. Really don't like that. It's annoying. The weight issue is annoying. It needs to lose some weight. It's not very balanced. It's very heavy on the arse. Yeah, engine. Engine's okay, but I'll tell you now, it's not a Honda, right? This thing does not start first pull. It just doesn't. Not all the time. It doesn't. Sometimes you're pulling it 2 or 3 times to get it started. It's got a champion spark plug in it, so it's nothing to do with that. Smoking issues as well. I mean, I do get it when you tip a lawnmower up, you know, the oil moves around and it will smoke, right? I do get that. I do. I understand that. I've been messing around with lawnmowers long enough to understand that happens, okay? But what I can't understand is you spent 20 minutes cutting the lawn, right? You then empty the grass bag, you then come back to the lawnmower, and then it just starts smoking. Flumes of white smoke. Now, it's only done it probably 2 or 3, let's just say 2 or 3 times it's done it, okay? A couple of times it wasn't really an issue, it just puffed a bit of smoke and it just went away. But there was like one time where it literally, the whole garden was just a cloud of smoke, and to be honest, it is just embarrassing. It really is just an embarrassment. As I say, it's not been doing it all the time, and I'm not quite sure why it's doing it. Whether it's got head gasket issue or a valve seal problem, or I don't know. I've never had this before with a lawnmower, so very, very peculiar. The air filter is a foam air filter, so it's not too bad. Not too bad, but it just clap around the grass around the edges. But say it's a foam one, so you can just wash it out. It's got a 2-piece foam filter in it, so you can just wash it out. So you never have to buy an air filter for it. So that is quite good. The fuel cap, sadly, I knocked it off and ran over it, and it's got a Honda fuel cap on it at the minute. The drive, the drive levers on the handlebars, right? To me, they need to have a gap because okay, you got your engine started, and now there's this, and it's catching your fingers. There's no gap around it. So that's what it is. Don't like that. Really don't like that. That's pain. You do kind of get used to it, but it is a pain. High lift blade makes a bit of a difference. Underside, if you're mulching, you do need to get under there, take the blade off, and take the belt guard off because it just gets filled with grass because there's a big hole there. I'll try and show you a picture. This is going to be a bit of a bits and pieces video because I've videoed bits and pieces, and we're going to try and stitch it together, so it's not going to be a fantastic video. Trying not to drone on about it, but mulch plug. It's very plasticky. It's already got a split in it. I've already broken it. So, and that's only been used half a dozen times, to be honest. Probably doesn't help throwing it on the floor. But yeah, the side discharge, when I first got it, I thought that was just absolute junk. So I didn't even bother using it. Then I seen a guy on YouTube says just basically cut a chunk off it, and I did, and man, it's made a world of difference. Now it spreads it across the garden. You don't even see it. I mean, especially if you're doing like, just tickling the grass or whatever, or just a regular cut, you could probably get away with just side discharging it, and they wouldn't even know. Um, it doesn't leave chunks like it did before. It does spread it out quite nice. Yeah, this lawnmower is a pain in the arse if you've got any steps to get up and down. The back end just catches. Let's see if I can. So if you've got any steps or anything to get up and down, you've had it, because this catches. Even just go up and down curbs. As I said, the wheels, I mean, they have worn off a little bit now, but when you get it, they are just dead sharp, dead square. I say, this thing just needs a plastic box. If you could lose some weight off this back end, right, spread it out a bit, pull that nudge bar in, plastic box on it, engine, I don't know, does it, this, it is supposed to be the 166. This there's a cheap one. Yeah, it's got the 166cc engine on it. I thought it had the smaller one. 5.0. I'm not sure if this is a 5 horsepower, to be honest, but I don't know. The one handle height adjuster lever is industrial. It is fantastic. It really is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get there's 9. Yeah, you get 9 basically. I think it states 8, but you get 9. One thing I'd say about that is, to me, right, this is my preference. Kind of used to the old Rover there that had 10. So overall, these are pretty easy guard to get off. As I say, it is something that you do need to keep an eye on. I would, if you take the blade off, then definitely take the guard off and just have a look at what's behind it, because you'll be surprised how much crap gets under there. And before you know it, you'll be pulling a belt off. As I've said, I'm not a big fan of these wheels being sharp edges like they are. They are good wheels, but they need to be more rounded. 7-speed gearbox, I love it, but again, I think it's an overkill. There's just no way in the world you need 7 speeds. Added a bit of foam to the handlebars for my comfort. The quick release levers are absolutely fantastic. Again, so is the 1 lever height adjuster. It really is a solid thing. You can even do it with your foot. Every single sticker that was on this lawnmower has come off because of the deck being textured. Even the information stickers, which are normally welded on, you don't normally get them to come off. As I've probably already said, it is very heavy on the back. The front is very light. And here it's starting, as I said, it always starts on choke. Does an 18-inch Honda Izzy grass bag fit on the back of a Weibang? It kind of does. Flaps a little bit higher up, but I'm not sure if it's going to work, but it might do. They're pretty close, aren't they? They're not far off. Yeah. There's just a few pictures of some finished grass cuts, and I say I could well have missed a few things out about it, but if anything comes to mind, I will do a little update. And if you've got one of these lawnmowers, or you've got your thoughts about lawnmowers, let us know. Give us a comment and tell us what you think. So if you've got any issues with yours, it'd be nice to know. Anyway, happy days. I've had this for 4 months now, and to be honest, I've never realised. I was under the impression that this had the smaller, I think it's 144cc engine on it, or something like that. But on the sticker, on the actual lawnmower, this is 166. So I don't quite know what that's about. And on the information tag, it says 2.17 kilowatts, which none of it adds up. Anyway, pissing it down again in the... So just another day of cleaning out the gourd, because it was wet yesterday and that was a full. But bear in mind, this lawnmower is what, 4 months old, and already we've got splits in the belt. It's already cracking, splitting. So if you can see very well. So yeah, the belts are not the best. You really do need to get in here and clean this out as well. The last thing I will say about his lawnmower is it is 39 kilos, and the drive, when you engage the drive, is sometimes, well, it is mainly aggressive. So when you spin the lawnmower, you put the drive on, you do leave little skid marks behind. So you're tending to have to push the lawnmower to get it started before you're leaving skid marks everywhere. Only on really, when it's damp conditions, but let's face it, this year it's been pretty damp. So yeah, skid marks have been an issue with this lawnmower for sure. So would I recommend this lawnmower? Well, for the price, what else is there for this price range that has the same options as this? Like for like, what else is there? Because I don't think there is anything else. So, sorry this has been a bit of a drained out video, but I've done the best I can, and hopefully it's maybe educated you. These lawnmowers are okay, but they are not what people seem to say they are. They're not miracle lawnmowers. They are lawnmowers. Happy days.